right. What up, people? What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Was good. In this one, I titled it, Do You Really Want to Win or Look Good Losing? And that's a line from this rapper, Phonte, from the group Little Brother. And, when I first heard this line in this rap song, I thought this was, you know, a very good thing to talk about when we talk about game, because a lot of cats in the game don't want to win. What's going on? Who we got in the building? Darren, what's going on? Nez, what up? Invincible Shaolin, what's going on? Tim G. Paulos was popping. Sheldon Smith was good, bro. So before we get into that, remember, guys, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, and audio book. Make sure you guys get that. Click the link below. Also, make sure you guys get the Bad Boy book, because the Bad Boy book is officially out right now. So shout out to all the people who were, getting the Bad Boy book. You understand? Because that joint is off the hook. So make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com right now to get your copy of the Bad Boy book. Alright, so who we got up in here? Darrell, LGY, Frankie O, Darren, Kenwood, Caribbean Nights was good, AG was good. So real quick, I wanted to talk about what do we mean by do you really want to win or just look good losing, right? So basically what happens is, and I've noticed this through my basically almost 10 years of coaching in this motherfucker, you understand? Is that a lot of cats out here, they don't really want to win. They just want to look good losing, meaning that a lot of them have accepted that they look at themselves or they just believe they're losers, and that there's nothing they can do to actually, become the type of dude who gets what he wants in life, gets girls, gets, shit going for him. So instead of actually trying to win, actually trying to make something happen, actually trying to put in work, a lot of cats just want to sort of like fall by the wayside or complain, say that, oh, it's because I don't look good, it's because I don't have enough money, this and this and that. So dudes have just accepted, their loser status. You understand? Paulo, she said, I need to get back with the Bad Boy radio show. What are you talking about? The Bad Boy show is on Patreon. Again, oh yeah, that's another thing. If you guys want to listen to all the new Bad Boy show episodes, you got to go to the Patreon. So it's patreon.com/Mr. Locario. And then when you go on there, you can sign up and you will hear all the new Bad Boy episodes. And there's going to be other extra stuff on. There's other extra exclusive stuff on there. And it's going to, I'm going to keep putting some extra stuff on there. You understand? But the thing is, a lot of cats have this like super loser mentality and think that there's nothing they could do about it. Or they think that, it's just about this one thing, and if they don't have this one thing, then it's over. You understand? So what happens is, like, let's say, for example, you have a guy who, he just thinks everything is about looks. And this is the funny part. Let's talk about that for a second, because, I always love getting into this looks debate and all this other stuff, right? See, if a guy, if let's say you have, because this thing, looks are basically subjective. This person looks good to that person looks good to that person, whatever, right? But you have, certain people that will say, well, society says this person is, most people will say this guy's good looking or whatever, right? Who cares? Whatever, right? So they'll say this shit, right? So if a guy doesn't think he looks like that stereotypical good looking dude, then he thinks that shit is over for him. So then he's not going to try anything. He's not going to try to go and talk to any girls. He's not going to do nothing. You understand? But the thing is, there's so many other things when it comes to the game that actually help dudes out. Because, certain girls, they're going to see a guy and just off the strength of his looks, if she thinks he looks good, she will fuck with him to a certain extent. You understand? But at the end of the day, what happens is that you make that choice whether or not you actually want to, succeed in the game. And I talked about this in another video. I was saying you choose whether or not you are attractive to women or not. And you got to understand, women, the way they see, what's attractive is a combination of a lot of shit when it comes to dudes. This is why you can have a dude who, most guys or people will say is average looking, but can get mad chicks. And you got a guy who most people say is a good looking dude who's having trouble. And also, too, you got to think about the aspect of sex appeal. You understand? Because you could be you can actually be a good looking guy and have zero sex appeal, or your sex appeal is not high or whatever. And you could be a guy who's average looking but has a lot of sex appeal. You see what I'm saying? So, it all depends. But the thing is, a lot of dudes just want to look good losing, meaning they want to, they stick to an identity and say, well, I'm this loser, and then they want to rationalize everything else and say, well, game is stupid. It's not about game, it's about looks. It's about money, it's about this. But there's all this evidence of guys who, don't look that good, who don't have a lot of money, who's actually getting shit popping with women. You see what I'm saying? But these dudes out here, they really don't want to win. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to win. They want to sit and complain and just look good losing. That's all it is. Because in order for you to actually win, in order for you to get shit going, in order for things to happen, you actually have to put in some effort. You got to do shit. And this is the funny part about it. Because I did a video the other day where I was talking about the whole Me Too thing, the whole sexual assault thing. All these guys getting these celebrities getting accusations of sexual misconduct, yada yada yada. And so I was trying to tell guys, look, don't let that shit confuse you when it comes to the dating game, right? And then so there's certain guys that was just like, oh, but you never know. And what if you deal with a girl and she says this about you and she says that about you and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. My thing is this: if you want to deal with women, right? You want to deal with women. You want to have sex with girls. You want to date girls. You want to have a girlfriend. Whatever it is, if you want to deal with women, period, right? You have to deal with the good and the bad that comes with women. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you want to deal with women, you have to deal with the good and the bad that comes with women, right? Now, do I like when you have fucking idiot women who say bullshit that's not true? Of course not. Do I like when women, they get all emotional about shit that didn't go down or didn't really happen and they're just trying to take advantage of shit? I don't like that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that the thing is, if you're always looking for something to complain about in the situation, then why are you even bothering? Why are you bothering even to look at a woman? It doesn't make sense. Because the thing is, there's certain things that come with dealing with women. And see, but this is the hard part though. This is the hard part. Because I could say, look, stop talking to chicks, stop fucking with girls, ignore them. I sound like a fucking MGTOW right now, right? So, but the thing is that you can't. All right? You can't. I dare a man to be living on this earth and to honestly, not like you're just doing it just to do it. I'm talking about honestly have no desire to fuck with chicks. Honestly. See, that's what I'm talking about. I dare some dude to honestly not want to fuck with girls. Because even dudes who say they're MGTOW, right? They say, oh, I'm a pump and dump, right? So, you have certain guys who, because, certain guys that are MGTOW say, well, I don't not fuck with chicks. You understand what I'm saying? But you have dudes out there who they'll say shit because it sounds good and say, oh, that's why I don't fuck with girls. That's why I'm going MGTOW. That's why I ain't fucking with chicks. But you gonna fuck with some girls. You gonna get chicks. You gonna want to get chicks, I should say. So all of this, like, so my question is, when shit goes down, right? What do you do about it to make it less likely that you are going to be in these crazy positions? Because that's a lot of guys' excuse. Oh, well, I ain't fucking with girls because these girls are crazy. And if you try to holler at these girls, they're going to say you're harassing them. And it's like, y'all making all these connections that ain't really fucking happening like that. You understand? If you go into a bar and approach a girl and talk to her, you understand? She's not going to fucking scream and shout and call the police on you because you said, hi, how's your day going in a bar. It's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, if it does happen, if that type of shit does happen, that's usually a fucking rare occurrence, and that chick is probably insane. You said bitches don't even be in bars? Hell yeah, they do. Which bars are you going to? They be in bars, bro. They be in bars. They be in clubs. You say you went to a bar last week, it was full of dudes? He was probably at the wrong bar, man. You gotta go where the chicks are at. But basically, all I'm really trying to say is this, man. All I'm trying to say is this. Is that if you're trying to deal with women, right? You got to understand you're dealing with women. And when you have game, that's the best way to actually deal with women. Period. It's funny because cats hit me up. They're like, "Oh no, it's not about game," and because like all these dudes who were accused of sexual assault and all of this other stuff, right? I'm not saying all, but a lot of them, the reason why shit went down was because they didn't have game. Now, I think Tavis Smiley got accused of some shit, and he was saying he didn't do the shit or whatever. I actually believe he didn't do the shit. I don't know, I just got a feeling he didn't. He probably was maybe fucking some chick or whatever. and at the spot, and she felt a certain way, and she just want to get back, and I don't know what the fuck happened. But also too, that's a whole different story, because most of these situations and allegations is about these men at work in a place of business, and some of them being higher up than the women and sort of like using that to fucking get chicks. This is different than guys actually trying to holler at girls in the street, at the bar, you trying to get a girl on a date. It's totally different things. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that, a lot of these dudes, they just want to be losers. Or it's not necessarily that they want to be losers, but they have embraced that loser mentality. They've embraced it. And then, cats has come up with some goofy shit talking about, it's not about confidence, it's about your looks. It's not about, this, it's about money, it's about status. It's funny, dudes always say it's about money and status, but look at all the motherfuckers who are getting accused of sexual assault. They got money and status, so what the fuck happens? Albert Mike, you said, why does Face LMS say looks matter? Because Face LMS doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why. You understand what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you guys something. When I say looks don't matter, right? I'm not saying that if a woman sees a guy she thinks is attractive, she's not going to holler at him. When I say looks don't matter, I'm saying that you don't have to be the best looking guy to get a girl. You don't have to be that woman's ideal physical type to get her. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying if a girl sees a guy and she thinks he's attractive, she's not going to want to fuck with him. You understand? Or she's not going to pay attention to him, or she's not going to look his way. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you are the type of guy, or let's say you're a Asian dude, and a chick, her physical type is an Asian guy or whatever, right? You can still go up to her and get her. That's what I'm saying when I say looks don't matter. Because fortunately for you men out there, women, they like you for more than just your physical appearance. Do you understand this? This is what I like. It's so crazy how dudes still don't get this fact. You said people are born pessimists. Oh man, that's funny. Because look, if you let's say for example, if you're a guy who works out, right? Working out will help you. It will be an advantage to you in certain situations because women, they'll see a guy who's fit. They'll be like, oh, he's fit. That looks good. Cool. Right? If you, things, all these things help. The reason why I kept hitting on the looks don't matter stuff is because motherfuckers were just using that as a goddamn excuse all the time. And this is why, this is what I mean by they want to look good losing. Because instead of saying, look, man, even though I'm not the typical good looking type of dude, right? I can still get girls. Which you see dudes this all the time with chicks who aren't the freaking pretty boys and shit. Because most dudes, most people would say are average looking. You understand what I'm saying? Just if we're looking objectively. But see, again, people want to look good losing because, people, they talk all this shit about it's not about confidence, and I've been seeing all these videos around where dudes is like, and some videos of cats mentioning my name where they're like, oh, these dating coaches, they're telling you all of this stuff that's not true. It's just all about looks, money, status. And that's the go-to for dudes to rationalize being a loser. That's all it is. That's all it is. You understand? It's so funny to me because I always say to myself, dudes should be lucky that they have ways to learn game. You should be glad. You should be thanking your lucky stars you have an outlet to understand how to attract women. For life, when Deep, you said you're a handsome dude and you've been turned down by some women. That dude. I just did a interview with my dude James Tusk. If you haven't seen the interview, go on my page and it's called The Art of Approaching Women. James Tusk interview. Mr. Locario interviews James Tusk. Right? James Tusk is basically a pretty boy. You understand? And James Tusk has videos of him approaching chicks and not getting them. So for all it is, oh my God, it's all about looks, it's all about this. Watch James Tusk's videos where he shows chicks actually not stopping to fuck with him. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, he has videos where chicks is, being receptive to him and all this other stuff. But there's a lot of times where that shit ain't gonna really, work out. So it's not just about that. But what's so good about game is that game can turn a chick who was not really even thinking about you to a chick who's thinking about you. It turns a chick. I remember I had my dude call up here one time, and he was saying that, and I know this dude personally. I'm not gonna say his name, but I know him personally. Like, me and him hang out. Dude lives in the gym. 6-pack, tall, black dude or whatever. And some of y'all might have remembered this. He called in and he said this girl he was trying to holler at, shit didn't go down, and she was paying attention to some other cat who was some nerdy ass dude. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in all that bullshit. I be trying to tell y'all the real shit, man. You see what I'm saying? You said what you learned is more than his looks, is also your appearance, how you dress, the way you smell, your confidence, your shoes. Exactly. That's what I try to focus on. I'm like, yo, work on your appearance, guys. If you work on your appearance, that shit'll shoot you up. You understand? But But I'll get some calls. Let me get some calls in if you guys want to call in. Number 646-481-3901. You feel me? It's crazy. All right, let me see who this is. Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yo, what I can't. You sound like you. It's a lot of shit happening in the background, man.
You hear? Yeah, I'm at work. You hear me?
Okay, I get you a little bit better. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I've been trying to get out here and trying to approach women. A lot of times I find myself, I'll feel women, but then I'll be like, nah, shit back, hot, shit back. Never mind, I ain't gonna go ahead and touch it. I'm trying to get over that. Like, what can I do to get over that? Like, saying, that she's really not that hot,
So you say you be telling yourself that she's not hot enough, or is that what you said?
Yeah, like I see somebody like when I first look at them, like they're okay. Then I look at them a little bit longer, and it's like, nah, they're not that hot. I go ahead and keep it moving.
Right.
But I know that's like some psychological stuff going on.
Right.
You think on that?
Right. Well, the thing is this. The thing is, you're trying to make excuses for not approaching. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's the rationalization of, because this is the thing. Even if let's say if you actually saw her and you really thought she wasn't that hot, right? It's not necessarily, you don't have to marry this girl. You don't even have to go out with this girl, but you still want to be able to get in the habit of approaching. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you get in the habit, when you really do find hotter chicks, it's going to be easier for you to approach them at that point. But right now, it just sounds like an excuse that you just want to keep approaching. But yo, I'm gonna have to let you go because the background noise is crazy, bro. All right?
All
right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Yeah, man. Dude was all the way in the background. That shit sound like he was in the middle of a construction site or something. Shit. I was like, God damn. Freaking crazy. But yeah, man. Shit is funny. All right, hold on. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's up, Miss Locario?
I'm chilling. What's popping? What's popping? Who's this?
This Blue Man, bruh.
What's going on with you, man?
Bruh, I'm trying to figure out when to approach. Should you approach a chick who she's with a guy, but when you look at it, don't look like they girlfriend and boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the girl be, she be low key, giving me signals and shit. Like we be making eye contact and she be staring at me hard. So I'm trying to figure out, should you approach or should you not? Or is there a way that you should approach?
Right.
Well,
all you need to do is really approach both of them and then talk to them on some regular shit, and then you ask them, how do you guys know each other? That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
So for example, if you had a bar or something, you see that like a chick with the dude, you just go up to both of them and be like, hey, what's going on? How's your night going? My name is so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. You talk to them for a little bit, like, so how you guys know each other? And then she might be like, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my friend, this is my whatever. You see what I mean? And then you'll know from that. And if she's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, then it's like, okay, that's a boyfriend, so I'm not going to holler. And then you could still talk to them a little bit more, and then that'll be it. You feel what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know, like, if you see two chicks, they both of them look good, and you want to go ahead and dick down both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But some girls don't really like that. With that, they say that's kind of messy or whatever. So how do you approach the situation? Like, do you just make one hard decision, and you talk just to one, or you just talk to both of them and see which one cooperating the best? Right.
Well, the thing is, in most cases, you're not gonna get both of them there. You understand what I'm saying? Because I had guys actually, if I see two girls, how do I get both of their numbers and this and that? You know what I mean? So, like, there's ways you could do that, but it's more so like, a lot of times it's going to be more indirect, and then it's going to be a little bit more work you got to do and all this other stuff. So, basically what I would do is, let's say both of them is cute. What you want to do is, again, you want to find information out about both of them, right? So, you want to find out which one is a single. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then, because the thing is, right, because you don't want to try to holler at the girl who has a boyfriend, and then now, since you hollered at her, it's going to be, you can't really holler at the other one at this point, because you done hollered at a friend. She don't want to be second place. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
so the thing is, let's say if you're talking to the chicks, let's say if you either at a party or you in the street or whatever, and you talk to them, you might say some shit like, "Yo, both of y'all are fine as hell. I bet y'all both got boyfriends, right?" So then that brings up the conversation of boyfriends. So one of them will be like, "Oh yeah, I have a boyfriend, but I'm this girl's single or whatever." Or the other girl might say she's single. You see what I mean? So now that you know the girl's single, that's the one you go after. You see what I'm saying? Now,
I got you.
if they both are single, then you understand what I'm saying? Then it don't really matter who you really go after at this point. But you understand, like, you gotta have to do it on a slick way. So I remember one time what I did was, because chicks are low-key haters when it comes to, you understand what I'm saying? Like, because no matter if you pick, whichever one you pick, the other one's gonna feel a certain type of way, right? So,
I got you.
so if they're both single, right? This is what you do. If you guys run into two chicks, they both single, but you're gonna pick one or whatever. You find out they both single, whatever. You got to make sure that the one you're not picking also gets a compliment or also gets some sort of like recognition. So you understand what I'm saying? So for example, you might, so like I remember one time I was in the street and I stopped these two girls or whatever, and I said to them, I was like, I was like, I know, what did I say? I said, I was talking to them. I said, I bet I can tell which one of y'all has a boyfriend, right? So they were laughing, and I was like, and I pointed to one. I said, yeah, you probably got a boyfriend, and she was like, oh no, we're both single or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
so the one that so then next thing you know, the one that I was gonna choose, right, was the other one I said that I didn't think I had a boyfriend. So the one I said that I thought I had a boyfriend, I was like, oh, because I was like, you're really like super attractive, and I could have sworn like guys would be beating down your door, blah blah blah, right? But then what I did was I said to her friend, I said, yo, you're really cute too, and I was like, you're exactly my type though. So listen, here's my card, give me a call. You understand? So I complimented her friend, but then I also gave her the other girl my information. You see what I'm saying? And so what I did was sort of over compliment the friend to make her feel good, and then I sort of slid the other girl my card, and I didn't even really go in too much on the other girl. I just say, yeah, you're really cute too. You're definitely my type though. You should get together and make something happen. You see what I mean? So I'm making sure that the friend doesn't cock block after I leave. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do when it comes to two chicks. That you got to first figure out which one doesn't have a boyfriend, and then the one that doesn't have a boyfriend, you go for the next one. And if they both single, compliment the one that you're not gonna get with heavy, and then just really quick give the other girl your number or get her number. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So that's
Also,
that's what it is.
Well, my bad, bro. I got one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so oftentimes I have trouble because I feel like girls want to put me in the boyfriend category. When when you first start talking to them, like you never met this chick before,
right?
And you first start talking, and sometimes I feel like they bullshit me because they be trying to figure out how can I get him to be in the boyfriend category without him leaving or whatever. But I'm trying to figure out like how do you get her? You know what I'm saying? Is there a way around that? Because sometimes I feel like the girl might perceive me to be like attractive, and you know what I'm saying, that I'm talking to a whole bunch of other girls and shit like that, and she don't. Some of these girls like control, and they don't want no competition and shit. So I'm trying to figure out like how do I get around this? Should I just drop that girl altogether and just talk to some more chicks who don't who look better? Or what you say?
So you're saying that certain girls be trying to put you in the boyfriend category? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like that's the kind of sense I get from it, but they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like some girls might be afraid that I'm gonna reject them or some shit.
Right. Well, the thing is, a lot of times what happens is that chicks, they'll treat you based off of how you're coming at them. You see what I'm saying? So So sometimes though, if you come at a chick, very like, on some let's go on a whole bunch of dates, let's get to know each other type of shit, then it goes in that direction. You see what I'm saying? So she's gonna see you like that. You see what I mean? So what I'm saying is that a lot of times it's really just based off of how you are like approaching a girl. So you're saying that some of the girls will be intimidated by you or something, and they try to keep you, or they think you're gonna go get another girl, so they try to like get you to stay with them or something like that. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Because it's like, they're afraid to make a move. Like, sometimes they'll make a move, and I tell them, like, yo, hit me up. And they hit me up.
Mm.
And they come up with bullshit. So it's kind of like sending me something like they kind of afraid because, like, they bullshit. And then when I see them again, like, they still be looking at me and shit like that. Sometimes some of them might approach. Like, they start, doing some weird shit. Like, sometimes they might be following me around the store or something.
Right.
So,
And these are girls that, these are random chicks or just chicks that you continuously see or are trying to holler at. Is that what you're saying?
A lot. They're random chicks, but also sometimes I continually see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like in a short time frame. Like, if I'm in Atlanta, we might, I'm walking around the mall, I might see her again in the mall.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right.
It's on something like that though.
Well, the thing is this is what it is I think what will help you is you have to more so be a little bit more in control of the situation or how you orchestrate the situations. Because what you got to understand is a lot of times women respond to you based off of how you're coming at them. So if you deal with a chick because sometimes chicks will act a certain way because they intimidated. Sometimes chicks will act a certain way because, like just based off of how you're coming at them or whatever. But the thing is, at the end of the day, even if they're intimidated, even if they're just, however they're being, a lot of times just comes from how you are doing the situation, how you're coming at it from the jump. So, for example, if you got a chick who, let's say you be talking to her, but then all of a sudden she act funny a certain way, and then all of a sudden she, acting different, all of a sudden she trying to do this or do that. A lot of it has to do with basically how you're responding to what she's doing. So basically, if you say to a girl, hey, look, here's my number, give me a call, or let me get your number, I'm going to hit you up and we're going to do this, and this, and then you're just going based off of how you're trying to orchestrate shit, she has to be able to follow that. And if she's not following it, if she's not doing it, then you just kick it to the curb. And then you wouldn't have to worry about any of her acting a certain way or being a certain way, because everything is going to be in reaction to how you put the energy out. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So yeah, so a lot of it is really just coming from a frame of this is how I want my situations to be with these particular girls, and they have to follow that. And if they're not following it, I just keep it moving. If they are following it, I keep it going. And that's it. So you don't get so bogged down in, oh, she's acting this way, she's acting that way. Because if she's acting a certain way and that's not going according to what you want to do, then you just keep that shit moving. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right?
All right, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, bro. I'm going to holler at you, man. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, man. So who we got in the building? Dude, what? 212, what's going on? So you said a guy with 8 plus 10 looks and an 8 plus 10 game versus a guy with 6 plus 10 looks and 9 plus 10 game. Well, this is the thing. Let me answer that question before I take any calls. So you're saying that if you have a guy with 6 plus 10 looks but 9 plus 10 game and a guy with 8 plus 10 looks and an 8 plus 10 game, what you got to understand is that when it comes to looks and game, right, you're always competing with yourself. This is the part that guys don't get. You're competing with yourself. So this is what I'm talking about. It's not that I'm competing with this guy, right? It's I'm competing with myself. So it's based off of my look and my game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about looks mattering, because I can say looks matter. I can say that all day and it'll actually be correct. But what that means is your looks matter to that girl. So if that girl thinks you're cute or hot physically, that matters to her. So therefore, if she physically thinks you're attractive, she might be a little bit more open to you because of your physical. Versus if she saw me, I might not be what she likes physically, right? So what happens is let's say she's more open to you physically, right? But then your game is weak as fuck, right? Because your game is weak as fuck, your looks don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Because you're probably not gonna get her anyway, right? Now, let's say for example, I go up to that same girl, but she doesn't think I'm the best looking guy. I'm not like on her looks caliber, but my game is super tight. I could probably get her because of that. You see what I'm saying? But if you talk to a girl and your looks to her is like a 8 or 9 or 10 or an 8 out of 10, and your game is an 8 out of 10, you're definitely gonna get that chick. You see what I'm saying? If your fucking looks is 8 out of 10, but your game is 1 out of 10, you're probably not gonna get the fucking girl. You see what I'm saying? If your game is 8 out of 10, and your looks is maybe like, let's say 5 out of 10, you probably still get the girl. You see what I'm saying? Game will always trump the fucking looks. This is why you have dudes who don't look good with bad chicks. You see what I'm saying? But see, dudes don't want to get that, because women are moved by how they feel. They're moved by the emotions. The feelings within her are inspired by the interaction she has with the guys. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when we talk about the whole looks thing, is really you talking about it within the realm of yourself, though. You see what I'm saying? Because any guy could be, like for example, you, like any of you guys watching out here right now, right? You go to some place, right? You could be a fucking, skinny dude with muscles, dude with a beard, dude with a clean shaven face, dark skin, light skin, whatever the fuck. There's a large number of women. Michelle, as you calling in, I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry. There's a large number of women who are going to be into your look. You understand what I'm saying? There's women that I know personally, man, that I've been in situations with where I could have sworn, like, and this was when I was younger, and this is why I don't really get to, like, I don't, like, shit on the guys too much who thinks it's all about looks, because, when I was younger, that's how I thought. I thought, oh, yeah, well, if you look good and whatever, and then I thought that looking good was just, like, this one thing. You understand? Like, this person just looks good to everybody. You understand? And the thing is that, how you look is going to be received differently by different women. So a woman who thinks I'm really good looking, right, will see another guy that some other women will think is good looking, and she might think he's totally not good looking. Or a woman who might think you're good looking might look at me and be like, Mr. Locario's whack as far as looks. You see what I'm saying? So it's not this one size fits all shit. This is what y'all gotta understand. It's about, like, what the woman wants. It's about what that woman wants. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's chicks that I wanted to holler at, and, like, I remember this was, like, a few months ago, I was at this spot, bad chick, and I'm trying to holler at this chick, and then I notice she's trying to holler at this other dude, and the other dude, he was like this, like, tall, husky white dude. He looked like imagine, like, Matt Damon, but a little fatter. You understand? Like, he looked like one of those, like, he looked like almost like a wrestler or something he could be, or whatever. You understand? So I'm looking like, really? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's her type. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what she was into. You understand what I'm saying? So, people are going to have their differences or their preferences. So this is what I'm saying, where, you could say looks matter, and you'll be correct. Because if that girl thinks you're cute, then yeah, your looks mattered in that situation, which got her attention and got her to want to even open up to you, right? Now, when I say looks don't matter, that means that a woman to think that you're average looking, below average looking, you could talk to that chick and she'll be all up on your dick. Because women are moved by their emotions. And I just don't understand how guys don't rejoice in that fact. I just don't, like, dudes just be like, oh no, but it's all about looks and it's all about me. I can't get it. I'm like, nigga, if you learn the goddamn game, you could get chicks. Why is that so hard for motherfuckers? Like, are you that lazy? Are you that lazy? You understand what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers is giving you the holy grail. Like, yo, learn this shit. Apply it. You will get chicks. Period. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get this shit. I don't get it. It's so funny. It's crazy. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Dude, what 212? Oh, let me take this call real quick. Yeah, what's going on?
It was good with you, Locario. This is Infinite Ism out of Oakland.
Chilling. What's popping, bro?
Now, I'm all good. How about yourself?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
I had a couple of questions for you, man.
Right.
So lately, like the last 4 or 5 bitches I've been kicking it with, I've been noticing they've been like pretty upfront with like they want relationships. Like right when we chilling on the first date or whatever, they be on that, relationship, this, that, and the third. And I know it's cuffing season, I know winter time or whatever, so bitches want to snuggle up with one dude or whatever, but I got used to. I've been having a lot of these bitches. Yeah, they be real up front and they'll just ask like, "What do you want?" And I be kind of honest too. I just be like, "Hey, look, I'm just out here going with the flow, and if I see somebody that I really like, who knows what can happen or whatever."
Right.
A lot of these bitches be wanting like concrete answers and shit like that. And so, how would you handle that?
Basically, you handle it correctly. You just be like, "Look, if who knows what can happen if I find somebody that I actually like and I want something to go down and settle with, then yeah, that could go down. But right now, I'm just seeing where it goes, because it's not that you're not lying, because you don't know. You might find somebody you like and you might actually want to be with them. You see what I'm saying? But you're not like lying to her and saying, oh yeah, I'm looking for a girl just like you, and I'm quitting all the other girls, and it's just gonna be me. And you ain't gotta say no goofy shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, that's all you got to do. And the thing is, if she's pushing and acting like, oh, you gotta make some decision and tell me right now and all that other shit, that's just a red flag. That means you need to like bounce from that situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's say, because a lot of times, bitches might say something, but they react a different way. So a lot of times when I hear bitches talking about they want a relationship, which it sounds all cool and shit like that, but in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna pay attention to her body language, and see if I can take it back to the house, or cut this day short and possibly link up something in the future. Should I just, right after they talking about relationships and being serious, should I just cut it off right then and there?
No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, because you gotta understand something. They're talking from a standpoint of what they want, right? Which is nothing wrong with that, but it's not necessarily anything that they might even want with you at a certain point. You understand? It's not necessarily that you're not even like, you're not leading them on, or you're not doing any of that, because the thing is, they're coming from a place of thinking, okay, this is what I ultimately want. And you're like, okay, well, that's cool. You understand? But you and her could still have a good time and interact with each other and have good situations. But you don't want to cut it off just because she's saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And because the thing is, that could be what she's looking for, but it doesn't really mean anything in the moment because it's all about the moment. Because let's say she says, oh, I'm looking for a relationship or whatever, and then you cut her off, right? Now let's say in a whole nother universe or whatever, or a whole nother, let's rewind time, and she says, hey, I'm looking for a relationship, and you don't cut her off, and let's say you guys end up seeing each other for maybe like 3 or 4 months, right? Now it's only 3 or 4 months, but the 3 or 4 months y'all spent together, y'all had really great times. Y'all had, the sex was great. You learned something from her. She learned something from you. You understand? Y'all became friends. You know what I mean? After the 3 months, whatever. But the thing is that you had some good times and you didn't cut it off just based off of her just saying that thing, because that's just her saying that because that's how she's feeling about relationships in general. Doesn't mean that you guys still can't interact with each other. Now, if she's on some shit where she's sort of demanding you be with her, or she's giving off a vibe where she's like, oh,
yeah,
well,
that's what it seems like.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not demanding, but
right.
It's on some like, and I hear what you're saying, but it seems like it's on some like, let me know now so I won't waste my time type of shit. You
Right. And this is what you, and that's what I'm saying. This is what you say. Be like, well, listen, I'm in the future, like if I find someone that I really like, and that we connect, I could see myself being in a long-term relationship. And right now, I'm seeing, I'm meeting people. I'm meeting you. I'm seeing where it goes. Right now, the thing is, if she can't get with that, then again, that's a red flag, because it's not necessarily that she even needs for that to happen. Right? She needs to feel like it's a possibility. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it really is. She needs to have the feeling that it's a possibility, because what she's asking for doesn't even exist. You see what I'm saying? She's asking you to let me know if you... I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Let me know. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, let me know how you're going to feel later. I don't know how I'm going to feel later, but you can't tell them that because they don't understand. Like, they don't even understand what the fuck they talking about. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's almost like you're saving them from their own goddamn selves. Because I've been in situations like that where there was girls I dated that had that same shit. Oh, blah 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 blah, this and this and that. And I was like, look, if I find somebody, things go right, yeah, we could definitely make some happen. But let's see where it goes, right? And they had the same vibe of, oh, I want to know this and that. And then we started fucking around, and till this day, I have women who I've dated who still call me to this day because of being with me changed their whole fucking life, their whole outlook on life. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we would have never got together, even though we're not together, if we never got together, they would have never had the experience. So it's almost like I did their ass a favor by understanding how to maneuver to actually make experiences happen. You see what I mean? So again, unless she's fucking super psycho on some, oh, you gotta let me know now, I ain't trying to waste no time, and if you ain't trying to be with me, then blah blah blah. Oh, okay, well, good luck. You feel what I'm saying? But if she's just sort of throwing it out there, and then you have that little discussion and conversation, and then she still seems like, okay, cool, and then y'all just keep it pushing through that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times they just sort of want the idea of it for them to sort of feel good about the situation. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. Because also too, a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand, especially women. Women fucking, dude, they're because again, their biological clocks and all that other goofy shit. They feel like they're getting older and all this other stuff. So they're like, oh, I need to know now, blah blah blah. But a lot of what they're trying to make happen, and just in relationships in general, relationships are going to happen usually based off of it basically happening naturally. You see what I mean? It's not anything that you can predict or that you're gonna really just sort of do this 1-2 thing. No, it happens organically through shit just sort of flowing in that way. Because think about any type of long-term relationship you had, or any time you've been sort of dealing with a girl for a while, it basically just sort of like happened in the way where you was feeling her, she was feeling you. Y'all sort of, was responsive to each other. Y'all kept seeing each other, and then you kept shit going for a while. That's it. It ain't no, like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to fuck with you tomorrow. You don't know if you're gonna want to fuck with me tomorrow. But again, chicks, they're on that shit. You feel what I mean? So it's crazy.
I feel you 100%. And the irony of the whole thing is, you feel me? Bitches will come up to us and, expect a relationship on the first day, or they'll be straightforward, right? But at the same time, when we want to fuck on the first
right, they're like, oh my God. That's what I always thought was funny. I'm like, how the fuck you going crazy because I want to fuck you, but you actually want to spend a lot of time with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, are you like what? Like, you're trying to rush into spending time with me like that. Like, that's crazy.
They're so delusional.
Right.
And I remember I was talking to this one female. I said, other than maybe keeping up with their looks and like holding back on how much time they had sex, women aren't held accountable for shit.
Right. Pretty much.
Even their own thoughts, their own whatever. It's like, damn. And when they want things both ways. Like, It's like there's no way you can have things. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
But it is what it is. And my second question to you was like, because I be on a little Tinder thing, and a lot of times I be matching and getting interest from like women like 50 miles away from me.
Right.
A lot of times, like, and I'm in the Bay Area, and there be a lot of bitches from like Sacramento and shit like that. And, they in areas where it's very like small town city, and they really ain't doing shit. So a lot of times, they be just. They really don't be doing shit, and they be, wanting to fuck around and shit. How do you feel? Like, I never went out there, or I even never met a bitch halfway. But how do you feel if, like, let's say if I knocked like 20 bitches off of Tinder or whatever, and I lined it up for a weekend, and I just went out there and got a hotel and shit like that for like 2 or 3 days.
Right.
You think that's doing too much?
You talking about like if you like set up like 15, 20 girls, you go out there in that area, and then you get a hotel joint, and then you just bring them back there and do your thing. You saying, is that too much?
Yeah. Because I always felt like just driving hella far.
Right.
Like I wouldn't do it for one bitch. I never would do it. But at the same time, even when I'm doing it for 20 bitches, I'm coming off to the one bitch I'm talking to as if I came all the way out for the bitch. You feel me?
Right. I mean, well, the thing is, it's not necessarily too much if, let's say, if you, because all that's really important is if the chick or chicks, whoever you fucking with, is actually gonna come through. You see what I'm saying? As far as they're gonna come through, and even more so come through to smash. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
If you're doing that, that's cool. You feel what I mean? But if you coming through on some maybe shit, then that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a little too crazy, because you still also, if you go out there, you're going to want to, you still want to figure out other things going on to, like, have a good time on your own or blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, if you set up some shit and there's going to be chicks around, then yeah, that's cool. I usually like to do it the other way around, meaning like I already have something to do out there, and then I set up the girls around that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, because I was going to come off as if I already had shit to do. Because, I got like a cousin out there and shit like that. So I was going to visit him there, visit him out there anyways. But the reason why I said 20 bitches, like 20 or 15, is because I know half of them going to flake and not be talking about fucking. It's just... Right. You feel me? So... I know if, I knock like 20 or 15, half of them not going to probably be talking about even kicking it. And let's say 7 or 8 might be talking about kicking it. And then, who knows, 2 or 3 out the 8, you feel me, will be talking about fucking.
Oh, right. Yeah, definitely. You would have to just get your numbers up heavy, though. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Because, you don't want it to be some crazy shit where... You know what I'm saying? You go all the way out there, and you trying to like get two or 3 girls, and then shit don't go down. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that'd be a waste of fucking time.
Right. So yeah, so as long as you got them numbers up, and you can see that shit's gonna really pop off with certain chicks, then yeah. But other than that, You just got to make sure that you're being very time efficient. And this is why I usually say, like, it's best to, like, have something else and then have the chicks be the plan B. You feel what I'm saying? In those situations. You see what I'm saying? Because if something don't happen with them, at least you had, you know what I mean? Like, your time wasn't wasted because you was like, well, at least I had to come out here to do this. So let's say even if you had a friend out there, you was going to visit your friend, and then you like, well, I'm going to be out here, let me set up all this shit. So at least even if something don't happen with the girls, at least you went out there to do what you was doing with your friend. You feel what I'm saying?
No, exactly. Exactly. I hear you.
Right. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I got you. Hey, man, appreciate the game, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to call you back next week, brother.
All right, cool, bro. I'm going to holler at you.
Stay solid.
Peace. Damn, all these people freaking calling me while I'm doing this. Doing the goddamn show. They say it's snowing like crazy outside. Hold on. Let me see something. That snow ain't that bad. It ain't that bad yet. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, this is Micho Cabre, man.
What up, bro? What up, bro?
Yo, man, these niggas is still on that look shit, man.
Yeah, of course. You know how that's gonna always be there.
Did they not listen to our 45-minute conversation last Tuesday night, man?
I don't know.
I mean, I just went over this shit, man. I just keep trying to tell these niggas that looks matter, shit don't matter, man. Look at Sasha Banks, for example. Her fucking husband is a fat, short, ugly Asian dude. I bullshit you not. Go look up Sasha Banks, WWE, her husband. You tell me dudes looks matter.
I'm telling you, but see, that's the thing, dude. I'm telling you, cats, they just want excuses, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like dudes, they're looking for reasons to not have to do shit. That's all it is. It's like, yo, like, cats is always trying to look for a reason. I remember when I was younger, and like, I was probably like 15 or 16 or something like that. Maybe a little, yeah. I was like 16, I think, or 17, whatever. And so my parents used to give me a lot of, they just give me money and shit. So I wasn't really working. So my mom's is like, look, man, you're going to have to get up and get a goddamn job. So, dude, I was fighting tooth and nail to not have to fucking get a job, B. I was like, oh, but nah, because I'm tired. And she's like, go out and find some work or whatever. Go get your, resume and go out to these spots. I'm like, oh, but it's too cold outside. It's too hot. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm hungry. I don't know. I feel like I came up with every excuse in a book. It was just like, I don't want to have to do this. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with when it comes to dealing with chicks. It's like, yo, cats want to get shit popping with women, but they don't want to have to do the work to do it. Or they think that the work is beneath them. They're like, oh, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? Why I gotta talk to the girl? That's what cats do. And I'm like, well, if you don't want to do shit, then ain't shit gonna pop for you. I don't know what to tell you.
But you know why they do that, though? You know why they do that, though? Because they feel like females got it easier. That's why
exactly, and that's
I understand that,
right.
Because you look at it from a male perspective. We die first. We got to do everything. The bitches just reap the benefits. They like to fuck us, more some aliens and shit.
Right.
That's the way it is. But they got to put in the work. It's unfair.
Right.
It's unfair. These bitches getting sex. They get dick down. They get to go to free clubs and shit. Meanwhile, you got to struggle. You got to study. You got to do this. You got to do that to get one. So I understand the frustration.
Right. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing is that, see, women, that's the part. Women, they think women have it easy. But see, women don't have it, like, men and women have their own bullshit they got to go through. You see what I'm saying? Like, because the reason why men think women have it easier is because men are attaching their man goals to women. You understand? Women don't have man goals. That's why they don't have it easier. You see what I'm saying? If women's goals generally was just to get sex, then yeah, that I would agree. Be like, yeah, women got it easier because women can get sex. But a woman's goal is not to get dick. You understand what I'm saying? A woman's goal is to acquire a man who has resources, who can provide, protect, who can give her all of this bullshit or whatever. That's what women want. You understand? Men want to get their dick wet. You understand what I'm saying? That's so.
Exactly.
So right. So it's not that women have it easier. Is that, in fact, I would even say the opposite. I would say men have it easier, because think about it this way: is it easier, just objectively? Is it easier to find somebody to fuck, or is it easier to find somebody to be in a relationship with? Which one is easier? You see what I'm saying? Like, a guy could go pay for some pussy if he want. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no chick paying a nigga to be her boyfriend. You feel what I mean? That ain't no dude out here, fucking saying I'll be your boyfriend for a fee. Like, ain't nobody doing that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the point, but they just feel like, damn, it's easier for them to get sex. It's harder for me to get sex. That's the thing that frustrates them. It makes them
right, but that's the reason. But that's the reason why it's harder for the reason why it's easier for them to get sex and it's harder for guys to get sex is because guys want sex. So of course guys is like, yo, I'll fuck you, I'll fuck you. That's why. So that's why it's easier for them to get sex. It's not that women don't want sex. Don't get it twisted. Women want sex, but the thing is, women would rather other shit before that because they can get the sex. You see what I'm saying? And that's not ultimately like the thing that generally women want. You see what I mean? But the thing is, the reason why, it's easier for the woman to get sex is because you got a lot of dudes out here also who are thirsty, who are simping, who's doing all this other shit. See, the thing that's going to make it easier for a guy to get sex, right, is he has to become a guy who's not thirsty. You understand? Because it's funny, you know that saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? It's the same thing in game. The dudes who get pussy get more pussy. The dudes who don't get nothing, and it's harder for them to even get shit popping. Right, you see what I'm saying? And the reason why the dudes who get pussy get more pussy is because when you're fucking a chick, right, and you're having sex with girls, whatever, right, you're not giving off the same energy as a dude who's not fucking. So when you're dealing with a girl, right, she sees you as more valuable because you're not as thirsty as the next guy. The thirsty guy looks desperate to her. You look like you're not desperate. So she's like, oh, that must mean that he has more going for him. That must mean other women want him. That must mean he's more valuable. So that makes me want to fuck him. That makes me want to give him sex. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, I tell guys is that, and this is the hard part, because if you're not getting sex, then you're going to sort of have that thirsty energy. And this is why I be telling dudes, you got to always practice talking to chicks, talk to as many women as possible, interact with a whole bunch of chicks, because as you do that, you're going to start to get into situations where you're going to be able to get sex. Right now, might not be the sex that you want in certain cases. You understand? You can, because you might fuck a chick who you think is like a 5, but you want like an 8, 9, or 10. You understand what I'm saying? But it's better to fuck that 5 than to wait for that 8, 9, and 10 and not get any 8, 9, and 10 and be still thirsty trying to get the 8, 9, and 10. It's better to fuck the 5, turn down that thirst, and then while you're talking to that 8, 9, or 10, it's a better chance you're going to have her because you're not really coming at her with thirsty energy. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I be trying to get guys to immerse themselves in the game so that when it comes time to talk to that 8, 9, and 10 or get that 8, 9, and 10, you'll probably get the 8, 9, and 10. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why niggas need to get a fucking hobby. I said the shit last fucking Tuesday. I don't understand why niggas don't get that. As far as the look shit, I don't believe in that shit no more. Right. Once I saw Sasha Banks' husband, I was like, I don't believe in looks no more. And then when I seen Gail Kim and her fucking old ass white man, child molesting looking husband, right, I'm like, this looks matter shit don't matter.
Right.
It don't. I keep trying to tell these niggas, I'm like, yo, the looks shit don't matter. Yeah, you can be good looking. I've been told I look like Chris Brown. I've been told I've been handsome. I've been told I look like what's that nigga name? The nigga from the nigga that played Nicholas from motherfucking Parenthood and shit.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
I've been told all that. So, and somebody in the chat room asked me, yo, you 6'2"? I was like, yeah, and I got rejected. They was like, what? I was like, yeah. You think just because I'm 6'2", I'm getting rejected?
Right. And that's what I'm saying, dudes. Because this you gotta understand. A lot of cats that aren't doing things in the real world, they don't understand this. So this is why even when I come on the internet and I say, yo, it's not all about looks, blah blah blah. And you have guys, it's all about looks, all about looks. I can already tell. I can tell, and I talked about this before. I can tell the level of a guy's game based off of what he's saying. I can tell. If I'm talking to a guy and he's like, it's all about looks, I know he's not getting pussy like that. You understand what I'm saying?
It ain't about looks.
No matter how he, I already know he's not getting no pussy. Because the thing is, I've been in situations, man, and this is why I was so gun-ho about it's not just about looks, and looks don't matter. It's because, dudes, I've been in situations where cats that you would probably see, like dudes you would see get chicks from, like, away from me. Meaning, I'll be in a spot, I'm talking to a chick, this other nigga come in, average looking dude, you understand? He start talking to the chick going with this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And people will be like, would look at that and be like, how the fuck did that happen? And this is stuff that happened multiple times. This is when I knew it wasn't about just looks. You feel what I'm saying? Where I had cats that you would probably think are like, on a scale of 1 to 10, you would say are 5s and 6s or whatever, or even 4s. And chicks would be fucking with them. Because this is what I noticed, and this is what I was saying, was that what those guys had in common was they was charismatic as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Confident as shit. You understand? Like, I remember this one dude. Let me tell you, this shit was so fucking smooth. This motherfucking came in. I remember I was at this spot. It's called Beauty in Essex. Anybody in New York, Beauty in Essex on Lower East Side, right? I'm in Beauty in Essex, and talking to this chick. This dude comes in. It's him and his other friend. So the dude comes in, dressed real nice, maybe about like 5'7", 5'8" height. You understand what I'm saying? Bald dude. You understand what I'm saying? He looked like he was white mixed with Asian or something like that. Not fat, but like not in shape really. You know what I'm saying? So just a regular average type of dude, right? So I'm talking to this chick. Chick is bad as hell. The guy is standing next to me with his friend. And so he starts talking to us. He starts talking to me and a girl. So first he starts talking to me. So as soon as he started talking to me, I already knew, nigga, he had game. Because he came up to me and he was like, yo, man, he was like, you the luckiest dude in here. He was like, yo, your girlfriend your girlfriend is amazing, man. You're a lucky dude, right? So I was like, oh, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that's not my girl. We just, talking. So I introduced him to the girl. We all, all talking. So me, him, the girl, and his friend talking, right? So he's like, what you guys drinking? I'll get you some, I'll get you guys some, whatever. So I was like, cool. I was like, you get me this. The girl said, give me that, whatever. So we're talking. And he's telling us some story about he traveled here, did this, did that. He got the girl laughing, blah, 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 all this other shit. Nigga, I went to the bathroom. Like 10 minutes later, I went to the bathroom, right? Took a piss. Came back. This nigga has his tongue in the girl mouth. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they was like on the couch on the side making out. I was gone for maybe 3 minutes, dude. 3 fucking minutes. And this dude who's shorter than me, bald, and all of that shit, got shit popping with this chick. You see what I'm saying? And the thing was, I was literally, before he came in, I was talking to that girl for maybe like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, not even that long. He comes in, does his little shit, talking. I move for a few fucking minutes to go take a piss. I come back. These motherfuckers making out on a goddamn couch. You see what I'm saying? And the thing was, I was like, yo, this nigga is the shit. I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I got hype seeing him do that because I said, that's what the fuck it's about. It's the goddamn game. Fuck all of this other bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I said, damn, he took your girl. Exactly. That wasn't even my girl, but he took her. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And the thing is, I've done that in other situations too. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if y'all cats don't understand, because when he first approached and he started talking to me first and shit, and he said that girlfriend shit, he was like, "Oh, you got a really amazing looking girlfriend. You're very." He doesn't give a fuck about no girlfriend. That nigga was trying to see if that was my girlfriend. That's game. Game recognized game. I knew what he was doing, so I was already hip to what he was doing. I'm like, yo, I was like, this nigga know what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? And so he was so charismatic that he had all of us engaged in the interaction, blah, blah, blah. The girl was there, having a good time, all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is, you got to understand something. And this is for any of you guys out there going out to the bars and the clubs or whatever. Don't ever think that because you're talking to a girl that she has to be loyal to you. You understand what I'm saying? Chicks are going to get with
nobody.
Right, exactly. Chicks are going to get with whoever the fuck is in the moment making her have the a good time. It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
I keep trying to tell niggas that look, shit don't matter, man.
They don't understand.
Look at Sasha husband, man.
You don't understand.
Just look at the nigga husband. Just look, go. I'm telling you niggas, go Google the nigga.
Right,
go
right.
Listen to the conversation that I had with you. You niggas, I keep trying to tell these niggas that look shit. Once I saw the bitch husband, I was like, man, I don't believe that. I look someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't believe in God, nigga. I'm done with that shit. I was like,
Yo, I'm telling you, dude. It's crazy.
They think because I'm 6'2", I don't get rejected and shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That cats don't understand.
I was like, niggas are shorter than me to get women. So,
right. And on top of that too,
Miles, for example.
Right. Exactly. A female pimp is in the chat room talking shit. She said, "Female pimp, you can't say nothing until you call up. You gotta call up this motherfucker. Stop playing." But anyway.
Man, that may be a motherfucker undercover training, man. We don't know, man.
Nah, female pimp called before. She called one time for like 2 minutes and then she hung up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness.
And I told niggas this, I said, if looks matter, why these bitches sleeping with ugly dyke bitches, females, old looking niggas, and marrying them? If looks really fucking matter, I keep trying to tell you niggas, go listen to the conversation I had with Locario last Tuesday night. Go listen to it.
Right. Real shit.
You can Google all this shit.
Real shit. Oh, and shout out to I got to shout out to my lesbian sisters out there, because I've been getting a lot of emails from chicks who are lesbians trying to get some game. And I'm telling you, any of you ladies who are lesbians, I'm just letting you know I'm not super well versed in the intricacies of lesbian stuff, but a lot of the conversations that I've been having with certain lesbian girls in the past couple of weeks have been very, very, I'll say this to you guys, that even lesbian chicks are having issues getting girls. That's how crazy it is out here. I'll just leave it at that. so it's crazy. So it ain't just y'all. Even the lesbian chicks need game. You feel what I'm saying? So,
man, they gotta see the bullshit that men gotta go through.
Right, exactly, right. Basically. So,
because women don't know what the fuck they want. Hell, so-called homosexual, bisexual women don't know what the fuck they want. Look at Mimi, for example. 1 minute she with a nigga, then she with a bitch, again she with an old nigga with a gray ass facial hair. So niggas, listen to this. If looks really matter, everything I just said is proof.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's see what you gotta understand is everything matters, right? But what you have to understand is that we gotta talk about what we say when we say looks matter and looks don't matter, right? Because when you say looks matter, most people what they think is that what a stereotypical good looking guy would be, meaning let's say, for example, you have a male model, let's say like a Tyson Beckford, right? Tall guy, good-looking dude that people say, oh, he's a good-looking guy, right? When people say looks matter, they're thinking about that guy or that type of guy. And they're thinking, if you don't look like that type of guy, then you can't get girls. And that's what I call bullshit on, right? Now,
straight up.
When I say looks don't matter, what I mean is you don't have to look like that guy in order to get girls, which is true. You don't have to look like the tall 6 foot, because like you said, you're even 6 feet. You understand? And you know, people they're saying like you're a good looking dude, and it's not like you got pussy coming at you every 5 seconds left and right just because you look good. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just about that. So it's like guys got to get more realistic about what they're doing when it comes to the game. You see what I mean? Because there's so many guys out there who would Imagine this. Most of the guys out there are missing out on having sex and in good experiences with women because they think it's all about looks. So they've missed out on approaching girls, getting with girls they could have got with because they think it's all about looks and they think this girl's not going to think he looks good. So if you cut that shit off and you say, you know what, I'm going to approach this girl, period, because I think she's attractive. I want to see what's popping. If you do that, more times than not, you're going to actually get the girl. You understand what I'm saying? But it's because you actually put yourself out there. You see what I'm saying?
Took initiative to take action.
Right. That's it. I be like, yo, I don't understand. Like, dudes got to understand, like, you got to just go and do it because what going to do it is the thing that creates the success. It's like anything else. It's like, yo, if you talk to 10 girls, let's say you get 1 or 2 of their numbers, right? Talk to another 10 girls, get 1 or 2 of their numbers. Talk to another 10 girls. So you talk to 30 girls, you got 6 numbers. Out of those 6 chicks, you maybe fuck 1 or 2 of them. You see what I'm saying? But that all happened because you go out there and approach and talk and interact. That's it. It's like the shit is not that complicated. You know what I mean? But dudes is like
niggas better work on their confidence, man.
Right.
Go to the motherfucking gym. I told he fat ass that. I told that nigga, I'm like, dude, you look like Russell Wilson. You like a Mexican version of Russell Wilson. You're not ugly. Get off of that look shit.
Right.
Now, if you want to change something, fix your appearance. I
right.
guarantee you, if you lose weight, you'll feel better about yourself.
Right, and
that's what the fuck I'm about to do.
And that's the key. That's the key. Because I was gonna make a video about this too, but I was saying here, I'll probably reiterate in a different video. But this is the key that guys gotta understand. This is the fucking key right here, right? Because this dudes think that they need to first, get money or first, get like a 6-pack or first, get status or whatever the fuck it is. They think they need to get that first before they could get a chick, right? What I'm saying here is this: it's good to work out because it's going to build your body up and you're gonna look better, right? It's good to get your money up because you're gonna have more money to do things. It's good to put yourself in certain positions, have a good social circle. All of that shit is fucking fantastic, right? But what you have to understand is that what gets the girl into you is not because you got the 6-pack. It's not because you got the money. It's not because you got the status in the social circle, whatever. What makes her fuck with you is because when you got the 6-pack, you feel good about yourself. Or when you fit, you feel good about yourself. When you have money, what happens is a lot of guys feel good about themselves. When you have that status or whatever, you feel good about yourself. So all of it comes from you feeling good about yourself. That's what attracts her. It's not even guys who, like, if a lot of people say you're a good looking dude, a lot of times you'll feel good about the fact that people think you're good looking. So what happens is that you start feeling good about yourself because you think you're good looking and you think other people think you're good looking. So all these things I just mentioned is your feelings. So your feelings are the thing that creates that confidence, and that's what draws the people into you. Now, this is the shit that you have to understand. That feeling basically can happen without you even starting to do all of that shit. See, doing all of that stuff is bonus. It's good. It's something you should be doing. You understand? But the thing is, if you get fit in the gym and you start to look better and you feel better and then you start getting more girls, you're starting to get more girls, not necessarily just because you physically are fit, but because mentally. You see what I'm saying? Mentally, you feel better now. And then so now when you approach a girl, you have a little bit more confidence. You got more pep in your step, which is the thing that makes the girl want to fuck with you because that energy you're bringing is the thing that makes her want to fuck with you. Now, could you have that energy before you get fit? Yes. Could you have that energy before you have all the money? Yes. Could you have that energy even if you don't have the status? Yes. This is why dudes who are broke still fuck a lot of girls. This is why guys who don't look the best fuck a lot of girls still, because they have the same energy as the guy who has the energy now because he, got fit and did all this other stuff. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying neglect going to the gym. I'm not saying neglect getting your money up. Do all of that stuff. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you actually have that same confident energy within you with or without that stuff. Because when you get the stuff, what you're doing is, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to rely on having the confident energy just because you have the stuff. Because then now your confidence is correlated with you having shit. You see what I'm saying? So your energy needs to be already up regardless if you have it or not. Because this is the thing. Let's say you're a fat dude, right? You're a fat guy. And you are not confident because you're fat. Then let's say you get fit. You get real fit. Now you're feeling good about yourself, right? Now, let's say you start getting chicks because you feel good about yourself now. Now, let's say you get fat again. Now, if you get fat again, then you're going to go back to not feeling good about yourself, and now you're not going to get girls. So your outcome, or you acquiring women, is only related to you being able to get this certain thing versus you having it all the time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing that's going to fuck a lot of guys up is if they're waiting to get fit to be confident, what's going to happen is let's say if you're a guy who was fat and then you got slim or in shape, what's going to fuck your head up is when you trying to get a girl and then a fat nigga comes through and takes that girl from you. You understand what I'm saying? And so you're going to be like, what the fuck? Because what happens is that your confidence is just predicated on that thing you got, which was getting fit. Now, again, getting fit is good because you want to be healthy. You physically look better. So there are going to be women. And this is the thing. This is the funny part. You can physically look better, but if your mental is still insecure sometimes, this sometimes also happens, you could work out, get real fit, start looking better. Chicks is checking you out, but guess what? You still have insecure fat boy mentality. So you look good physically, but you still feel fat inside because you still feel that insecure feeling that you had when you were bigger. You understand? So it doesn't even matter that you're fit because once a girl starts talking to you, you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to interact with her to create that situation to maintain. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this comes from the actual feeling that you have that you can actually have without this getting the stuff yet. You see what I'm saying? And that's when we talk about real confidence, is that it comes from within, to where no matter where you're at or how you're looking or where you're at in the situation, you can always come up. You see what I'm saying? So don't wait.
But most guys got to find their confidence through something. Right. Some guys gonna naturally just gonna have the confidence, but the other dudes, they just gonna know what the fuck they gonna do.
Right.
But you got a point about that.
Right. But see, and you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that that's the problem with guys when it comes to confidence, is that because confidence, like if you're trying to get confidence or find confidence purely just through doing shit, right? That's not really confidence. Because now what happens is, like, let's say, for example, you feel confident now because you got a nice car and you got some money and shit. If I take away your car and your money, where's your confidence? You see what I'm saying? And so the actual true essence of the confidence is really the feeling you have within yourself, knowing that you are the shit, period. That's the part that's hard for guys to understand because you've been conditioned to think you're a fucking loser. This is why dudes can't get shit popping, because they think they're fucking losers. You see what I'm saying? That's what it really happens. This is what, cats out here, and the reason why they think they're losers is because they keep getting input from, what's happening outside of themselves. But what you got to understand is what's happening outside of yourself is basically a reflection of what's happening inside of you. So if it's like this, everything, because I'm gonna get a little deep, okay? Let me, y'all got me on the deep side of the fucking pool right now. So if everything that you want, or everything that, like, let's say negative and positive, the negative and the positive is all around, right? It's basically what you choose to see. It's basically your perception of the negative and the positive. Meaning that if I feel good about myself, right? 100 people could tell me I ain't shit. but I'm not gonna like that's not gonna make sense to me. I'm like, y'all talking a different language because I'm the shit. So now that one person that says, yo, you're the shit, I'm like, exactly, I agree. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, but I noticed that one person and that 100 other people tell me I'm not shit. That shit don't even, compute. Now, let's say you feel like you're a loser. Let's say you feel like you're a loser, right? 100 niggas could be telling you, yo, my nigga, you the shit. You the shit. You're the fucking awesome. You're the awesomest person ever. 100 people could tell you that. But then there'd be one person that says, dude, you're a loser. Guess what? Guess who you're gonna fucking gravitate to? That one person. That one motherfucker telling you a loser. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is what the fuck happens with motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And so...
True.
So all of it is out there. It's just what you choose to. You see what I'm saying? And but the thing is this, is that, see, I don't even know how deep I want to get on this.
Like, I get what you're saying because Prodigy from Mobb Deep, before he died, he said in his book, he said niggas used to tell him that he was a dope MC, but he never really believed it.
Right.
Even Havoc told him that you the best MC out of Mobb Deep and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But he always thought to himself that he wasn't always that good. He always thought he had to prove himself.
Right.
And he didn't realize that until later on when he wrote the book or whatever. He didn't realize that he was one of the greatest MCs of all time or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like certain people got to come to that realization. Maybe it'll take years later.
Right.
Like Patrice O'Neal, for example. He didn't find his confidence until what? He went to Brazil or some shit. Mm-hmm. He came to the rationalization and shit. Like, I don't got to pay for sex.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, cats, they just, and it's something that's hard because it's the way that we're hardwired to think. Like, what it is that we think that, like we're looking for validation through how the world is coming at us versus understanding that, like, and see, this is how, like, I gotta get deeper just so motherfuckers can understand this shit, right? I'm gonna get a little deeper. Okay? Get a little deeper. What you gotta understand is, right, that in the world, in life, in existence, there's always yin and yang, right? Yin and yang. So that means you have up and down, you have left and right, you have back and front, right? So you have life and death. You can't have one without the other. You understand? You have, even when you have a quarter, you have the heads and you have the tails. You see what I'm saying? So what it essentially means is that you, like, let's say for the example with the quarter has heads and tails. It's two different sides of the same fucking coin. So that means that the heads and the tails is essentially the same thing. You can't have up and down. The up and the down is essentially the same thing. You can't have left without right. The left and the right is essentially the same thing. So you can't have you without the rest of the world, the universe. It's the same fucking thing. You are the fucking universe. This is shit that Jim Carrey was talking about. And everybody's calling him crazy. You see what I mean? So what happens is that when I talk about confidence and you understanding your value, by you understand, it's almost like you understanding your value, meaning that you understand that all of the shit that you want and that you see as valuable in the world is part of you. It's part of your makeup. It's part of what you're connected to. So how in the fuck are you going to be a loser? How in the fuck are you going to be, like, not shit? By you saying you're not shit, you're saying that everything else in existence isn't shit. You feel what I'm saying? So how could you see a girl that's hot and you think she's awesome and sexy, but at the same time you think you're terrible and garbage? Like, I don't get that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense because you're connected to everything, just like the up and down, left, right, back and front. You can't have the one without the other, and they're essentially the same fucking shit. You see what I mean? So what it is though, when it comes to what's tricky with human beings, is that we're choosing, right? Because you're choosing which paradigm shift to be in. You see what I'm saying? So you're saying, this is what I said with the video I did a while ago, where I said you choose whether or not you want to be attractive to women, because all you're doing is you are, and again, you're gonna get what you're giving out. So if you're giving out negative energy and you're giving out loser energy, right, you're going to attract that loser shit. You see what I'm saying? If you're giving that fucking like positive energy, that confident energy, you're going to attract that, awesome shit. Because the thing is, within each of us, it's going to happen. Like, for example, there's times where when I go out and I'm feeling down and I'm not feeling good and I'm feeling sort of like not myself. Those are usually the worst nights I have when I'm trying to talk to chicks. And that's not a coincidence. It's because that's the energy I'm putting out. You see what I'm saying? But when I'm feeling good, everything is tight, blah, 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 I'm on my shit, that's when a lot of shit be gravitating. You see what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, it's all out there. It's not that when I'm feeling, negative or bad or whatever, that everything out there is just negative. No, there's the negative and the positive, but I only see the negative when I'm feeling that negativity. When I'm feeling good, I see that good shit. I don't even see no crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's all on your perspective of how you see the shit. Like there was this dude, I forgot which it was a book. I gotta remember the name of this book, but it was a book on happiness. And the nigga wrote on the board, happiness is, he wrote happiness is here now, right? That's what it's, but he wrote it all in like, without any spaces in between the words. He wrote happiness is here now, right? But if you read it, it also reads happiness is nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So it depending on how you read it or how you see it, that's how it's going to be seen. But so I forgot the name of the book. I hope I'm saying it right too, because it was so ill, and I'm just like, yo, it's really on how you see the shit. It's really on how you see the shit, because all of it is just energy. You see what I'm saying? And so if you see yourself as a fucking loser, you're going to keep seeing the loser shit, because that's what you identify with. Because if you're a loser, you're going to be looking for a chick to diss you to solidify you being a loser, because you have to be a loser.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like you're like, well, I'm a loser. I need to have loser shit happen. That's what you're saying subconsciously. Because for you, it's like this. If a dude is saying, oh, it's all about looks, it's all about looks, it's all about looks, and it's all looks matter, right? What's going to happen when I go out with this guy and we're hanging out and he gets a chick who's like a 10 trying to fuck with him? What is he going to say now? Is he going to...
You got nothing to say.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then so... or that 10 is probably going to try to holler at him, and since he's so negative, he won't even realize the chick's trying to give him some pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
See the IOIs.
Right, exactly. He won't even see it. He'd be like, the chick will be there. She'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing? And he'll be like, are you talking to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be on that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
But niggas got to fix they got to fix their body, and then they got to fix their mind, because they both go hand in hand with each other.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was that's why I was saying, like, that's why I was telling that nigga he needs to eat. I was like, nigga, you need to fix your body. Then you can fix your mind.
Mm.
Because you never know, the confidence may stay if you make a change, but most niggas don't want to make a fucking change.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I told you earlier, I was like, that look shit don't matter to me no more.
Mm.
I don't believe in that shit like atheists don't believe in a God, nigga.
Right.
I'm so done with looks, nigga. I'm like, that look shit don't matter.
I be trying to tell cats,
the only
man.
thing you got to do is motherfucking self-improve, man.
Right.
That will make you more attractive to people.
Right, pretty much.
Basically finding your fucking gifts, finding something that you're good at, find something that you enjoy doing every day.
Right.
You may find your confidence from that shit. Just like right now, you confident at what you're doing right now, talking to me on the phone.
Right,
doing this live stream shit.
Right. That's the thing.
But you took the first step, though.
Right, and that's what I be trying to tell cats. I'm like, how do you think any of this shit happens, B? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like, dude, I've been doing this shit for years as far as coaching and all this other stuff. When I first started it, I didn't have no prior experience. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know how to set up a website and do all this stuff I learned on the way. But guess what? I had to fucking start somewhere. I didn't have anything to say, well, well, I did this before, so I can do it now. Or I didn't have anybody saying, oh, Locario, you're great. You're going to be awesome. Nobody was saying none of this shit. So I had to just do it. So it's the same thing when it comes to chicks. You got to just go out there and fucking do the shit, man. Because by doing it, that's how you start to learn stuff about you. That's how you start to even build that confidence, or to basically recognize, I should say, the confidence. You see what I mean? Because
exactly
right, and that's the thing that cats don't understand. It's like, how are you going to even realize like what could happen if you don't do this shit? You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that cats don't understand. It's like, yo, do some shit and see what's going on. If shit's not working out, you say, okay, what can I do better? What am I? And this is the actual point of coaching. You see what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh, these dating coaches and blah, blah, blah. That's the point of the coaching, is that you're going to be probably doing some shit, not realize that you're doing some shit wrong. And so the coach tells you, hey, look, how about you tweak this and you do that? You understand? Because I noticed you're doing this. And then they tweak that, and then they start seeing a little bit better results, and then things start to flow in that direction. You see what I'm saying? So
exactly, it's like having a judge,
right,
judging what you're doing to make sure you're doing something actually right.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna know what the fuck you're doing, because everybody needs guidance and judge.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Because, dude, I study shit every fucking day, B. Like, it ain't like I'm sitting here like, oh, I don't have nothing to learn. I don't know every fucking thing. So the thing is, a lot of stuff I study and I put myself out there and I do certain things or whatever, so that when I'm teaching people, I'm coaching people, I'm saying, yo, this is what's going on. This is what it is. This is what happens. And I always tell people, yo, find multiple sources, because this is what I want dudes to understand. Because you should not just be listening to me. You see what I'm saying? As far as learning game. What I tell dudes, listen to as many people as you can, and what you're going to do is you're going to find similarities. And then those similarities are the thing that's going to teach you. Because the thing is, if let's say you watch me and I say something, right? I say, one thing. And then you go watch Alan Roger Curry. He says something and you're like, oh shit, that was kind of like what Locario was saying. Then you watch Ron Wills, you be like, oh shit, that was kind of like what Locario and Alan Roger Curry. You see what I'm saying? So you start to, then it becomes more, it hits you more, because now you're like, oh, I'm seeing this pattern of people who understand this stuff, who understand the game, are saying sort of the same type of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. So when you hear someone, and this is the thing, and the reason why you have to do that is because what's going to happen is let's say you listen to fucking 10 people, and 8 of them are saying, or 8 or 9 of them are saying the same shit or similar shit that in a certain topic. Then you hear that one person saying some off the wall shit that's usually just because they're trying to be contrarian, or they're just like rambling on some goofy shit. You understand what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. Then you're like, yeah, that sound kind of goofy, because I noticed that all of this other shit right here is actually solid, because you got all these other people who's well versed in it saying what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of other cats out there, like, that dudes can really listen to, also just to step up your whole entire shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you one more thing. You need to make a Tinder guide PDF book, man.
Oh, a Tinder joint? Yeah, I know. I gotta do one of those, something like that.
Man, I got so many matches, man. Bitches ain't even responding to me.
They ain't responded to you on the Tinder? Oh, dude, man.
I got one response, but guess what? The bitch is like 50 miles away.
Oh, see, I be doing those fucking 50, 75 miles, you got to set your shit to like
That's what, dude,
3-4
that's
miles
what I'm
away.
saying. Like, I mean, I get the matches, but the matches I do get, they be like the good matches when you know something for sure, but the bitch be like 60, 30, 20 miles away and shit, man.
Right. Yeah, you definitely got to get the fucking, this is the thing with Tinder, man. You know, you got to get the chicks that's like 5 miles away the most, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I go to the settings on there. I try to have like maybe in a mile radius, like 5 or 3 miles and shit.
Right.
Once I make a match with them, then I get straight to the point. These bitches will match with me and shit.
Yeah, some of them will do that. Some of them will do that.
Like
That's the Tinder game. You gotta understand something. Some of them they'll unmatch you. They'll fucking not respond after you said some shit. They will fucking some of them will be attention whores, they'll waste your time and all that. But the best thing for Tinder really is you gotta it's good that you get to the point, and you have to set a date as soon as possible. So I don't waste no time on Tinder. I send the chick the same fucking message every time. I have like 2 copy and paste messages I send usually. I send that shit, then they respond, and it's basically the copy and paste message. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I say, but I basically say something to the effect of, "When are you free to get together and get a drink?" That's the first joint.
I just do it like that. But one match I got, it was like 3. I got a response 3 in the morning. Shit. She was like, "You can come over here and this and that." And I was looking like, okay. Right. And then I look where she was at. She was somewhere in the upper part of the upper dumb of Michigan shit. So I'm like, what the fuck?
So
I got one perfect match, and I can't get to the bitch.
Right.
Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. I like so many fucking photos. So I got one fucking match. And the bitch is like 2 hours away.
Do you have the Tinder where you
I got the Tinder Plus.
Oh, the Tinder Plus. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
But
I go on there because it's cold as fuck. I'm not trying to stand outside all day looking like I'm selling crack and shit.
Right. And
I can't do that. It's cold as fuck.
You know, like I tell dudes, a lot of it too is you got to have really good fucking pictures in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, let me see if I can pull up my Tinder profile. Hold on. Let me see real quick if I can pull this shit up and put it on the screen. I remember I was showing cats before. Oh, I don't want to show you guys I don't want to put the chicks on Front Street. But
man, they hoes anyways, man.
He's like, doing that wrong. But I think I showed you guys this before. So this is one of my pictures. My dude Miles Cunningham took these and shit. So you and some of y'all probably seen these on my videos. But like I was saying before, is that the fucking pictures, most of them should look. You have some that look professional. This is me at the bad boy seminar, and so it shows me doing shit. So you gotta have one picture showing you actually doing something in your life. You understand? And it's good if you have one picture with a girl. I had a girl on here, but I just took it down for a while. There's another picture of me with the without the hat, so they see all that other shit. But You said you want me to show y'all the matches? Oh, hilarious. I'll show y'all the number of matches. Let me see if I can get the number of matches.
1,000.
I think it's at, let me see if I can see it through here. See, it says 1,097. I think it's at right now. 1,097 matches.
God damn, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's
so
a village. What the
But
shit?
see, the thing is, I'm at 1,097 matches because I be on that shit heavy. So, like, dudes don't understand. Look, nigga, I be on Tinder. Like, I be watching Netflix, right? I'm sitting on my computer. I'm watching Netflix, and I'm literally on the fucking app just swiping while I'm watching a movie. Like, I'm just like this. I'm swiping. I'm just looking at the movie while I'm literally swiping right now while I'm talking to you guys. I'm not looking at who I'm swiping at, but I'm just swiping. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just swiping the shit.
I'll be doing the same thing.
That's it, all day. Like, so imagine I'm watching an hour and a half movie and I'm just swiping while I'm watching, swiping, or even when I go take a shit, I'm taking a shit, I'm swiping the shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Just man, cause dude, see, dudes be on that shit. They be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to swipe everybody because the algorithm is gonna." No, that ain't it. No, if you swipe, the more you swipe, and the better your pictures are, the more matches you're gonna get. Period. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that is.
I'm gonna have to give me one of them camera joints that nigga pass.
I'm telling you, the pictures, and the thing is this. It's not because guys think, oh, you got to be the best looking dude. No, it's just more so, does your pictures look like, he said you might be swiping, I might be swiping on trannies. I should. You never know. You just got to delete those. You got to delete those. You know what's funny? No, you know what's funny though? I'll tell y'all this story. This is fucked up. But I remember I was swiping, and this tranny chick matched to me and shit, right? So, you know, luckily some of these chicks who are trannies or whatever, they'll put on their shit that they're transsexuals or whatever, right? So this chick, I knew she was a tranny, but she didn't put on her joint. So she messaged me and shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I just sort of like unmatched that shit. I'm like, I'm good, and we're done. That's that. I'm good. So you definitely gotta look out for that shit because you don't want to
be careful.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit, nigga. They'll gas face your ass. You like, what the fuck? Yeah, I have to pay attention to that shit. You be trying to sign a contract with Death Row Records and shit. Don't know what the fuck
exactly. So I'm like, yo, you gotta be careful with that shit, man. That's real talk.
Y'all niggas get off that fucking look shit, man. But that's all I had to say, man.
Yeah, man. But yo, I always appreciate the call, man. You always coming with some good shit, man. I'm holler at you, all right?
Yeah, man. We make classic, memorable moments,
exactly.
Man. Like the Tom Sotomayor show.
All right. Peace,
all right.
Later. But yeah, man. I be swiping like a motherfucker. I be on there all day just swipe, heavy swipe. All fucking day. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's crazy. Let me see. Yeah, what's going on?
What's good, Locario?
Chilling. What's popping? Chilling. What's going on with you?
Man, I was not. I missed an hour of your shit, man. I didn't get you.
Oh, damn. You came late.
Yeah, man.
That's good. So what's going on?
Topic? It's kind of a mistake because I'm loose right now.
What's going on with you, man?
You know, I'm trying to. I had a question about the game part. So one thing I realized, the game is out the window if a chick is not feeling you. Is that right?
So, well, the thing is this: I always say you have three different types of chicks. You're gonna have the chicks who are extremely feeling you, right? Then you have the girls who are in the middle, where like they're feeling you, but they're not all the way sold. You understand? And then you got the girls who totally just don't like you at all. They're just not into you. Period. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a wrap. You feel what I'm saying? So the first two chicks you can fuck with. The third type of chick, it ain't gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. See, guys be trying to turn chicks who don't like them into girls who's gonna like them. That's the problem with it, is that they'll, you know, and you know, unfortunately, you'll have girls who are like that, who will still sort of be, you know, use you for attention. Now, a lot of times they, you know, they'll just not bother with you anyway. But the ones that you just want to focus on, really, the best girls are the chicks who are really, really feeling you. The ones that's in the middle, those are the ones that you're going to have to do a little bit of work on if you want to fucking get with them. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
And how, you know, this weather's kind of crazy, so how can you holler at chicks in this weather, yo? Because it's fucking cold in New York right now.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. See,
so,
this is the thing. You're going to have to, I know y'all cats don't like the online dating shit, but you're going to have to get on that shit heavy, or you're going to have to figure out what's happening in the city and then just, you know, because truth be told, there's still spots where shit be popping off where the girls will know and they'll just go straight to those spots, to those clubs, bars, whatever. But you got to know which ones is popping. You know what I mean? So a lot of them, like in the because you in New York, right?
Right.
So yeah, if you go to either like Meatpacking District or Lower East Side, there's usually something popping off. Usually between Thursday and Saturdays. Those are the best times. You know what I'm saying? During the week, it ain't really gonna be popping off, especially in this type of weather. So these are the time that if you do fuck around with a few chicks, you really need to try to build your little team. You know what I'm saying? When it's this type of weather, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the time where it's better to make shit go down. You know what I mean? Because it's like even right now, like later on tonight after this, I just go to to my girl crib. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, I'm chilling with wifey. And then there's other girls that I got in the phone where I don't got to go to meet no new chick for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So you want to set that shit up though. That's why I be telling dudes. It's best to set the shit up so that when it's times like this, when it's real brick outside and it's real crazy, this is the time where it's like, okay, let me call up so and so and see what's popping with her. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make something happen. So But,
hey, well, does that Tinder Plus really work? Cause like I don't got Tinder Plus, and I got 9 bodies on there. Like I fucked 9 girls on there already.
Right.
So do you think about having Tinder Plus will double that or triple that?
Oh hell yeah! So you got the Tinder where you gotta wait like 12 hours after you swiping and all that shit. Yeah. Nah, you gotta get that Tinder Plus, bro. Trust me, that shit because it's unlimited shit. You understand? Straight unlimited joint. You know what I mean? So, because if you getting 9 bodies off of the regular joint, nigga, if you get the plus joint, oh man, you're gonna be swiping all goddamn night and shit. And yo, this is what I love about Tinder though. Tinder's so fucking good. Yo, Tinder is like
it's better than all other.
That's what I'm saying. That Tinder's the best joint. I fucks with Tinder heavy, dude. There's been times where like I'll be working in a crib, whatever. So I'm done with my work. It'd be like 7 o'clock, 7:30. And I'm like, shit, I want to go out or see somebody or do something. And then there'll be like chicks who, I don't want to call the old chicks that I'm fucking with. I want to get some new. I get on that Tinder. There's sometimes where I match with, and I set the fucking shit for like 1 or 2 miles or somewhere close. I match with a chick. I'm like, yo, what you doing right now? What are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, I'm chilling. Let's hang out. So I just go to them real quick, and then we get it popping. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? So. I can't fucking I can't hate on Tinder. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the best one out of the other apps because you gotta like pay and it's just this trash. But Tinder's like right there. Like y'all start talking and shit.
Right.
It's right there.
Hell yeah, that shit. And the thing is the Tinder thing because people asking in the chat what's the difference between Tinder and Tinder Plus. So when you get regular Tinder, I think you're only allowed a certain amount of swipes. So after you swipe a certain amount of people, I think maybe like 100 or something or whatever, it locks you out for 12 hours. So you can't do nothing else for another 12 hours. So you got to wait till the 12 hours is up, then you could swipe again. You know what I mean? When you get the Tinder Plus, and I think the Tinder Plus is like $20 a month or some shit. When you get the Tinder Plus, you can swipe.
It's $10 a month actually.
Oh, it's $10 now? Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, so then that get that shit and you can swipe endlessly. You can swipe forever. You understand? There's no stopping you. So instead of swiping 100 girls a day, you can swipe 500 girls a day, which ups your chances to get more matches. You see what I'm saying?
No wonder you fuck up 100 plus females.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, it's retarded. So the thing is, but also again, the thing with Tinder too is that guys got to understand that since there's so much easy access, there's a lot of easy flaking. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't want the cats to think like, oh shit, it's it's gonna be there's gonna be chicks you're gonna match with that you'll never see. You feel what I'm saying? And then there's gonna be chicks that you match with that you'll probably see them literally that day. You feel what I'm saying? That shit is the best. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Yeah, man.
And one last question, because when we talk about the game, I want to know, does it apply to girls between the ages of 18 and 20 or between the ages of 21 and up? Because I remember you said you don't fuck with young females. So I'm thinking maybe certain dudes try to use the game on females that's like just as the dating scene or whatever. And I'm trying to understand, does it apply to a certain level of age?
No, it applies to all ages, 18 and up. It don't even matter what the age is. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm saying I choose not to fuck with younger chicks. Like usually at this point, the chicks that I mess with who are younger, because I'm 36, so the chicks that I usually mess with that's young to me is like 25, 26-ish years old. That's usually like where I go. Like 18, 19-year-old. I just can't stomach them. Like some of them, like if I meet a chick who's 19 or 20 or 18 or whatever, and she's cool and she's, mature, then cool. You know what I mean? But usually when I be fucking with, like if I remember, I was at this spot. There's this spot actually in Times Square called, what is it called? It's called it's like an Irish pub, like McKinley's, or it's like right on 47th and something, and it's next to like Copacabana or something like that. So it's a spot, and usually they be having nights where they had a night where there was chicks in there that was like, 18, 19 or whatever. So, dude, I'm in this spot, man, and these youngins, if you guys, I say this, what I noticed with the younger girls, and this is for all you guys out here that fuck with younger girls, a lot of younger girls are very, especially in this day and age, they're very open sexually. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning, I'm in this spot, and dude, I just said hi to a chick. I said, "What's up?" This chick turned around and stuck her tongue in my mouth. That's all I said. "Hey, how you doing?" She just fucking started making out with me. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, it's like, okay, and then so I'm thinking that's just her, right? So next, I'm chilling in the spot with my boy, whatever, we talking. And then this other chick come through, and she was cute, though. She was real cute, but I could tell she was maybe like 19, 20. I think she was like 20 or something like that. And so I walk up to her, and she was in her phone, I think, like texting her on Instagram or some shit. So I walk up to her, and I said, and all I did was start saying my number. I said, "Yo, my number is 917, blah, 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 blah." So she starts laughing, and she's typing my number in her phone. Right? So she types the number in the phone. I said, "All right, make sure you save that." And I give her, I told her my name. I said, "Put my name down, Locario," or whatever, right? So she puts the name down, and then she was like, "Oh, cool, I'm going to call you, whatever." So she gives me this big-ass hug, and then she starts making out with me. I'm just like, damn, like, y'all just in here just, is this the make-out fucking bar? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, I got to go where you go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's called McKinley's or something. Let me look it up now. Let me look it up now and see what the exact name of the fucking bar is.
Because you be going to some bars. I'm trying to head there too. Like, what's up?
I'm like, man. Let me see. I think it's McKinley's, Times Square.
So you be going in the city?
Yeah. The city's the spot, man. Damn, what the fuck is the name of this shit? You know where Copacabana is?
Yeah.
It's right. It's literally right. It's on that block. It's right next to it. It's an Irish joint. You'll see it. But you gotta. Okay. Are you black? You black?
Yeah, I am.
All I'm saying though is this though. Let me get some. Just watch your back though. The night when I was there, because usually have different nights. So some nights it might be like an older crowd, but the night I was there was a younger crowd and shit. And it was like 99% like white people in there and shit. And damn. Niggas was giving me certain looks because they see me up in there, and all these white girls are sticking their tongue in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, watch your back. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I won't travel there alone. You crazy?
Right, because dudes be hating and shit. I'm just saying. But yeah, them young chicks, man. I was like, God damn, y'all motherfuckers, y'all wild out this bitch. And that's what I noticed too with a lot of younger girls. And maybe too, also it could be because, they can sell them older. So that could be a thing too, where they look at it like, oh, he's an older guy, he's cool, whatever. That could be it too. But just in general, those young chicks be doing it heavy. But the reason why I personally don't deal with too many younger chicks is because it's too much. The energy, I just can't with it. Like a lot of cats like the younger chicks. A lot of younger chicks be bad as hell. You understand? Like they bodies be tight. They look, you know what I'm saying? So they look good and shit, but You know, like at this point, I'm like, I need a chick with some wrinkles in her face. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they always want a relationship. That's one bad thing. They always want a relationship. Like,
right.
I don't got time for that.
Right. Well, you got to make sure that you ain't bringing that energy of wanting that shit too, because then they gonna really gravitate to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy.
All right,
man.
thanks for the info, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
Keep doing it.
Oh, my bad. I think I cut him off real quick. But yeah, man. YouTube King, you said younger chicks are annoying. Hell fucking yeah. Oh, man. Hell fucking yeah. I'm like, shit. But they be cute, though. That's the thing. Let me see what's popping. Yeah, what's going on?
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's up, man? It's Quan from Indiana. How you doing?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, bro?
Not much, man. I was calling to kind of give a testimonial, man, to the game that you spit, dude. This is real shit out here. Yeah, it's real talk out here, man. I see you going back and forth with the dudes about the looks thing, man.
Right.
And I just want to put it out there. I want to put a couple little quick scenarios of myself out there. Because let me start with this. I'm the epitome, a stereotypical epitome of a pretty boy,
Right.
I'm 6'3", I got long, straight hair. I'm a black dude, light brown. I'm an entertainer, so I see a lot of women. I have access to a lot of women. So this is me personally. There, and this is on my Facebook too. Hold on one second.
Oh, he got he got some chicks trying to get at him now. Yo, you there?
Yeah, hello, my bad.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
But I said, I've had on my Facebook a girl I tried to get at a while back at the spot I was performing at.
Right.
And so she added me on Facebook, and so I had posted a picture of myself that I got done working out.
Right.
So she's like, see, this is why every time I see you, I feel ugly. And this chick is bad as fuck. This chick, she's thick,
right.
chocolate, thick curly hair, dimples. She's short. She just banging. And she said, when I'm around, I make her feel ugly.
Right.
So it's like, it goes back to when dudes say, man, you got to look this way to get the girl. And I haven't gotten her.
Right.
I gave her my phone number and everything, and she actually reached out to me and said, you know what? I'm dealing with somebody, but I want you to know I do find you attractive, this and that. So I said, cool, just get at me, when, you work your thing out, whatever you're talking to.
Right.
So that's just one scenario. So my looks, she was attracted to me, but it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
I'd rather get my dick wet than just have a chick calling me gorgeous all the time.
Exactly, and that's what I've been telling motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, if you want a chick to think you're cute, then yeah, they're gonna think you're cute because they attract you. But if it ain't turning into her actually making something happen, then what's the deal with it? And the thing is, they like a lot of girls, they'll get intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, this guy, he probably get all these girls. So then, therefore, her being intimidated is the thing that makes you not get her, and it's fucked up because you end up having to charge chicks like that to the game because you really ain't got no choice but to charge them because they're so intimidated that nothing's gonna happen, and the only way is that it's almost like you have to fucking in some way have a situation where your game is so on point to where you have to sort of like get her to realize that she ain't got to be scared of you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that shit is just so weird. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to convince you that you don't need to be intimidated by me, which you can't. It's hard to do because you can't really do that shit. You understand? Because people are gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even convince her. She has to figure it out herself to actually want to make it happen. Right. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And then I had another scenario. I was at this spot and it was 3 girls, 3 bad, all of them dimes, dude. Right. Bad as the fuck. I was like, God damn. I see girls all the time, so it's like, ain't no biggie. But I seen them. I said, good Lord. So I walked past them. And the baddest one of the 3, me and her make eye contact. So she actually stopped me. So I was like, okay. So this chick, she was Mexican, white, and black. So she mixed. She just long, straight hair, thick. she just glowing from behind. She's so bad. You know how a chick, you see her face, you like, damn, she got that glow.
Right, right.
This chick had her back turned. She had her back turned, and she was glowing from behind. That's how bad she was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn. So she spitting at me like, hey, you know, what's your name? This and that. You're just handsome. You just attractive. You bet. You know, you sexy. This and that. She going on and on and on. So we flirting this and that. So me and her actually ended up exchanging contact info, and she was so bad, man.
Right.
And this was packed out. It was about 300 people there, packed out. So every dude in there tried to either was staring at her from afar and was too scared to come and approach her, or they would brush off because she was sitting next to me.
Right.
So they would brush off. They would kind of hover over me to kind of spit at her. Every dude, I'm not even exaggerating. They would try to top block, and I actually went outside and my tires was flat.
Right.
So I think some dude there was kind of hating or whatever. But to kind of get back to the point, you know, she just, you so handsome, this and that, you just so sexy, and this shit, I'm like, God damn. So I ended up hitting her up like the next day, saying, hey, what's up? So she ended up hitting me with the, okay, I'll see, maybe, when the day came, I confirmed it because we said, okay, we're going to go out.
Right.
So the day of, I confirmed, like, hey, you know, we still on. She said, maybe if I get my car out today. So even with all of that flirting and you so handsome and sexy and, ooh, you just this, you that, and you seem, she told me, like, you seem like you fuck a lot of girls, like you just get all kind of women, this and that. She was throwing all this at me. Even with all of that, I still ended up not making nothing happen with her.
Right.
So my looks, yeah, she found me attractive, but that didn't get me to the destination.
Right, and I remember I was been saying that years ago, man, where cats don't understand, because there's even times where chicks who would tell me, oh, you know, I think you're cute and I like your skin and you're so, you know, chocolatey, all that dumb shit they would tell me, and I'm like, okay, so let's get it popping, and then shit just don't go down. You feel what I'm saying? And you're just like, damn, I thought, you know, like, what happened? But that's how it is, because for women, a lot of it is the feeling, if the time is right, if it's all these different things that can make it not happen, which dudes don't understand. They think, because a guy, again, I tell guys, they're thinking from their logical male mind. They're like, well, if I saw a girl who I thought was hot, then we gonna have sex, period. You understand?
Right.
But women aren't like that. Women are, because even a chick, she might see you and she's gonna think, oh, damn, but if I get naked in front of him and he looks like he's fit and I don't think I'm that fit, so then I might not look good to him, so I'm not gonna have sex with him. That's how they think. You see what I'm saying? Like dudes don't think that shit. Like, a nigga ain't gonna be like, oh, this chick wanted to blow me, but I was too fat, so I didn't want her to see my fat. Niggas would be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know,
exactly.
But it's just, you know, dudes don't understand, man. But yo, I thank you for calling in to let these dudes know, man, because it's like when they not living in the real world, they don't have that experience and they don't see that, so they don't really understand that it's just not just looks. So of course you're gonna probably have girls, they're gonna think you cute, they're gonna talk to you, and then shit gonna go down. But then you're gonna have girls who they're gonna think you cute and shit still ain't gonna go down. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it ain't just like, you know, it ain't just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another little quick point I left out when I was interacting with old girl, she was kind of thrown off for the fact that, you know, even though I was inside, I was like, God damn, she bad as fuck. And I even tell her, like, yeah, you sexy, this and that.
Right.
But, like, I didn't come off thirsty. I didn't come off like, okay, you're, like, I've never seen a bad girl in my life or dealt with a bad chick.
Right.
I had this very nonchalant vibe, and I was just kind of spitting it. I was kind of qualifying her. I was kind of dropping some game, like, look, you know, you cute, but I don't know if I like you like that.
Right.
So she kind of got thrown back by that, like, oh, okay.
Right.
So she was kind of surprised by that. That kind of made, because that's afterwards she took my phone and put her number in it.
Right, exactly.
So it wasn't my looks that got the number. It was after I was kind of spitting at her, kind of like not putting her on the pedestal, kind of like, look, you just like any other girl. You know, that's why she kind of threw at me like, yeah, I could tell you sleep with a lot of girls.
Right. It's the game. I'm telling you, it's that game, dude. The chicks, and that's the thing. Chicks can tell when a dude has game. You feel what I'm saying? And that within itself is what's attractive to her, because it's that feeling. It's that feeling of, because you gotta understand something. And I've heard this on plenty of occasions from different women, is that I'll be talking to a chick and she'll say something to the variation of, oh, you know, you seem like you know what you're doing, or you know how to talk to girls. Like, they'll tell me that shit. Like, oh, you seem, you know what I mean?
Right.
So the thing is, when you basically know what you're doing, and they can see that makes them more attracted to you, because you're the type of guy who they feel like knows how to have an interaction with her, which is going to give her the most pleasurable situation. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, what it is that your game is an indicator to her that she's actually going to have an interesting time with you. Because you got to understand something. Women are getting approached by, just like you said, you're in a spot, all these dudes trying to holler. So what's going to separate you from all these dudes? Every girl you're trying to holler at, a bunch of dudes is trying to holler at her. You see what I'm saying? So what separates you from all the dudes? Like, this is one chick that I smashed, and she was super bad. Like, if you guys seen this chick, you'd be like, fucking, I'll slap my mama for this chick type of chick. You understand? Like, that's how bad she, like, goddamn. So, and the thing was, you know, dudes be, you know, hitting her up all the time, blah, blah, blah. And the thing was, it took me maybe like a month and a half, 2 months before we even smashed, because we went out one time and then we was trying to make something happen, and then, you know, schedules got crazy, whatever. But the thing was, I told her, I said, yo, listen, you know, I'm going to be kind of busy. So here's, you know, call me when you ready to hang out. You understand? Because it was kind of like this run around thing. Now, what most guys were probably doing that was trying to holler at her, get with her, since she's so bad, they kept blowing up her phone. They kept trying to get at her, because she even told me this, because she showed me her phone messages, all that shit, when we met up again. So niggas was calling her every day, talking about good morning and how you doing, girl, and blah, blah, blah. All this goofy shit. I was literally the only dude who was not blowing up her phone, who was not hitting her up. So because I was sort of falling back, she was like, oh, shit, you know, Locario's not hitting me up all the time. Let me see what's up with him. So she hit me up. She's like, hey, what you up to, blah, blah, blah. And then we got together again, because I was separating myself from all the other dudes. Like, I already knew these dudes is going to do this shit. I already knew it. And so when I saw when she showed me the messages, I was like, God damn, these dudes is super thirsty. So the guy who's not sweating her, she's going to want to fuck with him. And also, again, because the way that I'm acting towards her, she can see that I know what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? So that translates to other aspects of the situation. So let's say you getting with this girl. Let's say she starts to like you. She's going to want to make sure that she's with a guy who knows what he's doing, so that if you guys continue to see each other, that pleasurable experience that she has continues to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the thing. You see what I mean? So it's like that type of shit. It's like that type of shit. Because it's like this. It's just like when you see a girl. Let's say you see a girl with tight jeans on, or not even that. Let's say you see a girl with a dress on. You know when you see a girl with a dress, but you could tell she got a fatty because of the way the dress fit, right? So you know that, oh shit, like, she's bad. I wanna holler at her because I can see through the dress, or see the way the dress fits, that she got a little booty on her, whatever, right? So that makes you want to continue to. That makes you want to go up, approach her, talk to her, because you're anticipating seeing what's under that dress. Same thing happens for women. When you have game, and they see that you have game, and they see that you know what you're doing, they're like, oh shit, what else he got going on? What else is in store for me dealing with this guy? That's why it's important to have game, because they can sense it, they can see it, they can feel it, and also you gotta understand, since women are getting approached by so many different guys. Let's say a woman gets approached by 100 guys. Maybe 1 out of 10 of those guys has good game. So she knows what game looks like, and she knows what a guy who has game looks like. So what happens is that when she sees it and recognizes it again, who do you think she's going to gravitate to quicker? She's going to gravitate to the guy who she recognizes game within him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is why the game is important, because these girls, they're like, oh shit, when they're dealing with you, they can feel, and even if it's not a conscious thing, it's a subconscious thing. It's how she feels when she's dealing with you, that the way that you're creating the situation makes her want to keep fucking with you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's what it is, man. That's
real talk, man. Niggas out here better get on board, man. I'm telling you.
I be trying to tell them.
Gang shit is real.
I be trying to tell them.
It is real fuck looks, man. Like I said, I used to model this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the epitome of them supermodel niggas that you see going viral and all that. Trust me, I got the hair texture, all that shit. Girls be like, damn, you just gorgeous. But fuck that. I had most of the girls that called me gorgeous, I didn't get to smash.
Right, exactly.
Oh, game is where it comes in. Game is the cake.
Dude,
the look shit is the ice.
Exactly, bro. I appreciate your call, bro. I appreciate you calling and let these cats know, man. All right?
No doubt, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
All right, I'm holler at you. All right. So, people, it is about that time. Yo, today's show went by fast as shit. I'm gonna have to I'm trying to do another joint in the middle of the week. I didn't get to do it in the middle of this week because I was like handling a lot of different things. But I'm gonna try to do another joint through the middle of the week. Remember to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook, right? Make sure you get this. Also, make sure you get the Bad Boy book. It's out right now because the Bad Boy book, it has a free program called what the fuck is it called again? I come up with too many things. But it's called it's 10 ways to consistently keep beautiful women in your life. So it's me and Miles going in. I'm gonna probably do the next one on Wednesday because what I'm trying to do is get like a bunch of. I'm trying to do more joints on Wednesdays and shit too, but I don't want to put it in stone because I got so much shit happening during the week. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, listen, I appreciate you guys calling up, and also I'm gonna be in New Orleans. So any of you guys are in New Orleans, I'm gonna be there December 28th through New Year's. So if you guys are in New Orleans in that area, let me know. Holla at me so we could chop it up. Oh damn it! I think I hung up on you by mistake, but I gotta. I'm gonna get you next session because I gotta roll. I gotta do a few things. But yeah, I'm gonna be in New Orleans, and then in January I'm gonna be in Florida. So any of you people out in Florida, holla at me. Also, I want to know where you guys are because next year I'm gonna be doing more shows in different spots. So let me know what cities you guys are in. Let me know what where you guys are at, because I'm of course I'm gonna do a show in New York. I'm gonna do a event in Florida. I'm gonna do probably an event in DC. Probably gonna do an event like also like tri-state, Jersey, Connecticut area. You guys are in Phoenix and in Philly. Okay, I'll probably see what's popping in Philly. So I'm gonna probably be doing like maybe 5 or 6 shows. So I'm gonna have a little tour, probably thinking I'm gonna do this coming year, 2018. So I'm gonna get that ready. So I want to know where you guys are at, so that I can come into those areas and get this shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, all that stuff's gonna be coming soon. And, we'll make that happen, definitely. Also, make sure you guys join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario or /Mr. Locario. And, yeah, we're going to get that shit going, man. We're going to get that shit popping. So, yeah, definitely, want to know where you guys are at so we can do this. And I will see you guys next week. Let me shout out all the people in the chat room. We have my dude, McCann Cornell, Indigo TV, Chili E, Terry Keller, Caribbean Nights, Strider Chip, Kenwood Drive. Maybe I calling it like crazy, like a motherfucker. Juan, Swedish, Wound, Big King Kingston was popping. Odami, who else? For Life One Deep, Nikio, who else? Chili E or Chill E. Michelle Cobre. I feel like I always mess up your name, bro. I feel like I'm always messing up your name. Female Pimp in the building. We going Female Pimp. We gonna need you to call in next week. Next week we gonna have we're going to have female pimp call in. I'm going to have everybody in the chat room tell female pimp that she needs to call in. So we could, you know, get some of her pimp game going. You feel what I'm saying? We have my dude Sticky E, JJ Redwood, Jarrell S, Jervis Horton. Who else up in this piece? And we had a lot of people up in here. TJ Civic, Hal Hammond. I think that's how you say it. But yo, I appreciate all you guys chilling with me. I will see you. What is it? Wednesday, most likely. If not Wednesday, it might be. Yeah, it's gonna be Wednesday. If it's not Wednesday, then definitely always on Friday. So I will holler at you guys later. Have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.